bottle opener.
Oh, yeah. Nailed it. First try. My keys are very loud.
A whale's vagina.
Santiago?
Santiago.
There you go. Slacking today. Not ready on the button. Well, hello.
Howdy.
How are you?
Oh, got that nipple orange.
Yeah, but it's just below frame, so only you are talking.
For anybody that doesn't see what's going on.
Yeah, I brought some sumo oranges.
Yeah.
They were on sale at Wegmans.
Oh, nice.
I like them. They're very sweet.
So they were only like $6 instead of $7.
These were like $10. They're sumo oranges.
Wegmans is outrageous.
Wegmans is outrageous
with their produce.
That's true.
Somebody told me about Wegmans that you pay for the experience. And I'm like, I don't love the experience.
Yeah, like
if I'm paying for it, I should love it.
Like it's a good experience. I don't know. I've never had like a Wegmans experience.
Like an off Wegmans experience?
Yeah, nothing like. Well, there are certain Wegmans that are better than others.
Well, I would agree with that. But Wegmans as a whole, it's never a bad experience, but it's always an annoying experience.
Well, it's too crowded.
Not only that, but just the pretentiousness of it all has really crept in.
It is a little like Wegmans, where life is worth living.
Right. No, that's Webster.
That's true.
But yeah, it's, back in the day, I think, back in the day, I mean, like probably 15 years ago, Wegmans was great. It was good. And then it started expanding and it became over corporatized.
Sure.
Like the brand became more than what it was.
Have you noticed they've stopped carrying like name brands and only carry like Wegmans brand shit?
Well, so from what I've heard, what that's about is that, so for like ice cream, for example, their ice cream is made by, it's not
Perry's.
It's not Ben and Jerry's, Perry's. So it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is they just buy out the name brand or whatever is comparable to that.
Right.
And then just produce it themselves with their own label, or they just buy whatever it is and then put their label on it.
Right.
Which they pay for that privilege to do.
I'm sure.
But yeah, so and then everything is it's the Wegmans brand.
Mm-hmm.
Food you feel good about.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Get back together. Have you seen those commercials?
The commercial where the 8-year-old girl walks over next door and gives the 78-year-old grandma some food.
I don't know if I've seen that one. I was thinking of the football party one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, and where they bring like a bunch of like Wegmans pizzas and like Wegmans chicken wings or whatever, and Wegmans dip. And and everyone's like, whoa! And they have the shot and they're on the couch, like, oh! And then it's like, get back together.
Yeah, I would rather. So my dad told me a while ago, he goes, well, when we were kids, grocery stores were just these big industrial stores and with metal shelving and everything was in bulk essentially. And granted, there's always been different types of stores.
Yeah.
I'm with that idea of grocery shopping. I can't deal with the frou-frou, $9 for half a sandwich thing.
Yeah. The prices are getting ridiculous.
And what spurred that thought was that Wegmans was really great when they had the $5 meals. Remember that?
Yeah.
$5 meals. That was fantastic. And I get inflation. I really do. But they're absurd now. They're like $13.
Yeah, they're getting a little nuts.
And they've crept up. And now it's all now it's annoying too because everything's like prepackaged and it's all set. The portions are smaller, whereas before everything was in the like you would go up to that deli type counter and they had the big vats of stuff, and you'd say, "I want," you get two sides in an entree
Mhm.
for $5-6, whatever,
Mhm.
and that was great because you get like chicken, and then you get the two sides, and really it depended on the person that was working because you got the great people that would give you the big scoop.
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, oh, that's excellent. But now I got it. Everything is so corporatized. They're bringing me back to my main point of like, I just can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
It's so sterile and ugh.
Remember when we used to pretty much just like hang out at Wegmans? You'd get like a salt bagel.
Oh, fuck
And
yeah.
I'd get some like Chinese food.
Yeah. And it'd be like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never like 2 a.m. hangout, but also like later than normal people would grocery shop.
There was a little while when I did, I worked overnights.
Oh, sure.
And Wegmans was the only place open. And this is actually back when my dad had his old house, the yellow house, which was right around the corner.
Yep.
And my brother was there, and it would be like 1:30 when I got my lunch break. And so I would whip across the street to Wegmans, get some chicken fingers. Matt would be awake. He would have the oven preheated, and we'd eat chicken fingers on my lunch break.
I don't care what anyone says. He's all right sometimes.
He is good.
He's all right.
He's all right.
I don't care what your dad says about him. He's all right.
Oh, yes, it's not true.
Yeah,
it's
that's really funny though.
Yeah, that's a good memory.
Yeah, Wegmans used to be great. Bring back great Wegmans. Bring back just like unassuming Wegmans.
Yeah.
I want a lot of choices. I want a lot of stuff. I want a clean environment. I basically want Target and Walmart combined. That's what Wegmans was.
Yeah.
They were clean, and you got good deals, and you had a good selection. Now it's like, man, I bought a half wrap, chicken salad half wrap, half of a wrap.
Yeah.
For like $9. I'm not kidding. $9.25, something like that.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I paid it because I was hungry.
Yeah. I know you get hungry. That's why I brought you an orange.
Yeah. The nipple orange, bringing it full circle.
Yeah. Anyway,
is it a blood orange?
No, it's a sumo orange.
Oh, I thought you were just like making a joke about fat Chinese people.
No. That's actually what they're called.
Oh,
that's why they're all bumpy and shit.
I don't understand.
Like they're a very unappealing looking orange.
I don't understand the connection. Why sumo orange?
I actually think it is what you just said. Like I think it just looks like a sumo man. Like look, you got the little head, and then the big fat body.
I thought it would be like a hot air balloon.
Yeah, see that would have
made more sense.
Yeah. See, I like the little nipple though, because you can grab it and like wield it at people. Like, hey, you listen to me.
It's kind of like a magic trick. Like, how am I holding the orange?
Yeah.
Whoa,
magic orange.
I dropped it anyways.
My balance, so good.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up why it's called a sumo orange.
Good idea.
or the plot twist is this is just some pretentious Wegmans thing, and they're actually just like oranges. They're navels.
Right. They're mandarins.
They are Chinese.
It said, well, no, sumo is Japanese. You racist.
I don't care.
Because I almost made a Chinese joke a minute ago, and then I caught myself.
Is it exclusively Japanese?
Yeah.
Like sumo, I guess, yeah, just by the word alone.
Yeah. This has been your
there you go.
Chinese update. Sumo is not Chinese.
Sumo oranges. So I looked up I Google search sumo orange.
Yeah.
And you know how it gives you the preview of the like 6 images or whatever on your phone?
Yeah.
Well, so like 5 of the 6 are pretty normal. But then I think I got tell me who is this?
Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh, dang it. Do I have you just your own camera? I don't know if I do.
Probably not.
Sorry. No, I don't, I guess.
All right. There's 5 images of an orange and then one picture of
who is that?
Hoda. That's what I thought. Is it the Today Show? Yeah, Today
Oh,
Show
okay.
host. Hoda, but apparently they're her favorite fruit. So there you go. You learned something.
Whoa.
Hoda.
That must be why Wegmans has them.
I guess.
Yeah.
That actually, it's not even a far logic jump.
Yep.
Well, it's Hoda's favorite fruit, and I'm a middle-aged, middle-class woman,
Yeah.
and I care about those
Yeah.
things.
Buy yourself a box of Sumo oranges.
Well, apparently the trees take very long to mature, which is why they are so expensive.
I see.
Which you can't just bone meal that. Like that's a Minecraft reference.
Minecraft.
You're welcome.
Minecraft.
Can't just bone meal those trees. Gosh, can't make a farm for them.
I only know Steve because he's in Smash Bros.
I like Minecraft. I don't care what anyone says. I
see you on quite a bit.
Well, so that's actually probably not me. It's just running in the background. Well, the disc is in the system and my kid's watching Encanto.
Oh, okay. And it just still says Minecraft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I noticed that when we were at your house and I was on playing Minecraft, but
yeah,
I wasn't.
I figured at that point you weren't.
Well, you never know. You never know. I've always got my farm. I'm AFKing.
Well, let's actually segue to some pop culture right now.
Away from keyboard.
And what have you been watching? What have you been playing?
So I didn't watch anything at all this week except for the 2002 live action Scooby-Doo.
Written by who wrote? Is it James Gunn?
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie is not as bad as people say.
Oh my God. Yes. Now it seems like I'm fuck you. Because now it seems like I'm disingenuous when I say like, oh, I'm just riding the trend. No, that was the point I was going to make. It got such flack and it still does.
People didn't get it. Scrappy-Doo is an annoying character. That's the joke. And that's why he's the asshole in the movie.
Right. It's almost like it's like a Super Mario Sunshine plot twist.
Yeah.
It's not crazy to think, but they even everything makes sense, everything connects. They set up the premise for Scrappy-Doo being the jerk because they kick him out of the van.
Wait, I think
I'm mad at you.
I've thought about this movie before. Because I'm with you. I think this movie was it was like a meta movie before like the Lego movie and like those kind of movies sort of popularized that.
Sure.
Because I think people were expecting just a straight up Scooby-Doo movie.
Right. I would agree with that. And it's not.
It's not that.
There's a couple things that differentiate it too, but I'll let you continue and then I'll go into that.
The movie itself is a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I took.
It's making fun of how absurd Scooby-Doo was.
Right.
That's the joke.
And they hit all the major plot points of Scooby-Doo, all the major recognizable things like Velma and can't find her glasses.
Yeah.
And, Scooby and Shaggy essentially being hippies and substituting food for pot.
Yeah,
essentially.
Oh yeah, who is the girl's name? MJ or like Mary Jane? And then like she's
the one that's not part of the main cast.
Yeah,
I think it's Mary Jane.
Right, and he's like, oh, that's my favorite.
Yes, is Isla Fisher is I think she's married to Borat. Sacha Baron Cohen.
It could be. Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's Shaggy.
Yeah, he is Shaggy.
Well,
I know he still voices Shaggy.
I believe it
in all the cartoons and stuff.
But I was really ready for you. See, I didn't even bring this up to you beforehand because I didn't want to spoil it. I thought about it when we were talking about this, what we were going to talk about. And I was like, oh, I watched Scooby-Doo and I came away from it thinking like I actually enjoyed watching that with two caveats. One, it's predictable, but it's Scooby-Doo. So that's like a caveat inside of a caveat. I don't think that that's that big of a deal. You knew what was, I guess there's a mild plot twist just with Scrappy. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's Scooby-Doo. If you can suspend your disbelief and just enjoy the ride, it's fine. It's Scooby-Doo. It's not meant to be crazy, realistic.
Yeah. You know what I think why that movie didn't click with people, like the way, because I think I don't know if it went all in on like the meta joke.
No, it didn't. A lot of it is when they're on the island and the kids get brainwashed, whatever, taken over by the spirits. That is what it is. Like there is no, like all of a sudden the plot goes like full Scooby-Doo.
You know what I feel like it was? And I think the sequel had the same thing. Those movies, the director wasn't in on the joke. If that makes sense.
That's how it reads.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it was written to be like a meta, like wink and a nod about Scooby-Doo. And then whoever directed it just directed it as though it were regular Scooby-Doo.
Well, it was almost supposed to like pay homage to Scooby-Doo. Because you can see that with all of the major recognizable character traits that all the characters display, at least a few times, even Scrappy-Doo, of like, let me at him.
Right. And I think if like James Gunn had directed it, it would have been more like, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
I was gonna say, are you digging into the sumo orange in the middle of our show?
I'm gonna pull a Marcus. Don't worry, I'll move my mouth away from the microphone while I do it, even though sometimes we intentionally do it. But before that, I'm gonna hit another point about the Scooby-Doo movie that I thought just threw me off completely. In that it's I believe PG, correct?
Yes.
It is so sexual.
The first one, yes, the Scooby-Doo, like that movie.
I'm watching it. And I'm like, Sarah Michelle Gellar, right? Is that?
Yeah, Buffy.
Yeah. She's attractive. What? Yeah, right.
So is Velma, by the way.
Yeah. So Sarah Michelle Gellar is attractive. However, they play it up. And then Isla Fisher there. Everybody, I get you're on an island and you're college age people. But my God, I'm like, holy shit. I thought I was uncomfortable watching it with my wife, who I'm married to and have children with. Like, I felt like I was watching it with my mom. Like, I swear I'm not looking at that. Like,
Sofa Loaf, look away. Look away.
Sex, what is that? Like, but man, it's like it's both it's subtly sexual and then very overtly. And it's just throughout. I thought it would just be like a couple scenes. Nope. There's cleavage bounce in almost every scene.
Yeah, there was.
And I think it's the second one, right? Where Velma's boobs get bigger.
There is something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember if that's the first one or the second one. I don't remember seeing it in the first one when I watched it.
Yeah, wait. What is the context for that? Because I do vaguely recall that. But
there's moments like that throughout.
Yeah.
Of the camera pans a little too long. It's a lot like Dan Schneider on the Nickelodeon shows with the feet. This pans a little too long on the boobs.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
The midriff. Every female in the cast has an exposed midriff for at least 75% of the film, and I'm pretty sure that was written into the contract.
Oh, there had to have been.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh,
that movie's horny as fuck.
Even Velma, who is supposed to be like boyish nerd.
Well, she has the bit when she gets like taken over by the right, and so at which point she becomes like a bimbo.
Mm-hmm.
I distinctly recall that
Right.
A very young man when I saw that movie.
I don't know that I saw. Yeah. So we would have been prepubescent 10, 11 years old when this came out.
Yeah, I might have had like a sexual awakening too. Scooby-Doo.
I'm just saying. And you can, a lot of the criticism comes from around like the CGI of it all. You could do worse.
Yeah. Well, because it's not supposed to be like photorealistic.
No.
Like Scooby-Doo does not look like it's not like the Lion King
Right.
remake.
Well, it's Scooby-Doo. What gets me, I don't think they do in the first one. Again, I wasn't watching it super carefully again.
Sure.
I don't think they show any real dogs
In the movie?
in the movie. It's just Scooby.
Yeah, I don't recall any.
Which I don't know if that was an intentional thing or not, but the fact that they didn't, you have nothing to juxtapose that against.
Sure.
Because Scooby arguably is the best CGI, but even he's not great.
No. If you put him next to like real dogs, though, it would have been like did you ever play Super Mario Odyssey?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about when Mario is in just like he's in New Donk City.
Yes.
And there are just regular proportioned people next to Mario.
Who's significantly shorter and like
he's got the big ears and hands and like a nose. And so he just looks like a goblin.
Yep.
Next to like these regular people. It's like, oh no. Well, oh, Mario, what are you? Wait, what are you?
Oh, yeah, he's not a human.
No,
that's to be sure.
Because there are humans in Mario Odyssey. And Mario is just not that.
I'm looking the Metacritic. Scooby-Doo has a 35.
I don't think people got it.
No, I don't think so.
It was a different. I think James Gunn was ahead of the like curve in terms of like making fun of like things like that.
Oh yeah. Well, what's funny is because Scooby-Doo was an 80s thing.
Scooby-Doo came out. The first one came out in the 60s.
Okay. Well, I remember what was it? The Adventures of Scooby-Doo.
So there was the original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Which is the one, Scooby-Doo.
Right.
That was the 60s.
Okay.
And I love that one.
Hanna-Barbera, right?
Yeah, that was like the original. Then there was the new Scooby-Doo Adventures, I think, which is the ones where he would have like guest stars, like Batman on.
Oh yeah,
you remember
yeah.
That was the 70s. And I think the 80s was like a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I loved a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I loved a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Well,
too.
so maybe I was a little off on the date, but my point is that maybe this was James Gunn trying to take the nostalgia factor because these people that watch this are now adults.
Yeah,
they're 25 through 40.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. I think it was just ahead of the game.
Yeah, I think it was just it was one of those like too cool for school type.
Yeah. I like the movie though. Like it's genuinely enjoyable to watch, and horny 15-year-old me is all about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, and then
yeah, I remember there's also like there's this weird like voodoo character who's like sacrificing a chicken.
Yes.
And it's already dead. And like that joke is like way too fucking like weird and like funny for that kind of movie, if that makes sense. I don't know.
No, I agree. It did $275 million at the box office, so like the film was a commercial success, but man, I tell you, I kind of like that people don't like it.
Yeah, it's this weird
makes me like it more.
Yeah. I will say 90s Scooby-Doo was where I was at. Do you remember they released like a series of movies in the 90s? It was Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders, and Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Do you remember any of those?
Yeah.
And the animation on those movies was like really good. They had like really good like shading and stuff. I don't know. And like there were real monsters. That was my Scooby-Doo. I loved those movies. Mostly for like the really fucking 90s soundtracks. like, cause it's terror time again.
Long guitar riffs.
Yeah. And I was all about that shit. That's my Scooby-Doo.
Did you know they came out with a straight to DVD Daphne and Velma, which is technically Scooby-Doo 3?
I haven't heard about that. There was
2018.
one I know is considered kind of a Scooby-Doo 3 where it was like a prequel, and it was like them in like high school or something. It looked terrible.
God. Pub Named Scooby-Doo is my favorite.
Pub Named Scooby-Doo. Yes. With Red Herring.
Yeah.
That joke is so fucking good. I love that. Pub Named Scooby-Doo.
There's not many episodes of that.
Pub Named Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, I remember looking at it, and it must have been that I just watched the same like 20 episodes over and over and over again and didn't really realize.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're great.
They're great. It's one of my favorite. That's not critically well received either.
Oh, that's why critics are dumb.
That's true. Well, you know what it is now. If critics give something a positive score, you're like, there's definitely something like woke in this.
Yes.
You know, it's a black, fat, female James Bond.
Yes.
100% Rotten Tomatoes. You know what it is.
That being said, I am really fucking excited for Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, that just came out, didn't it?
No, it comes out on Friday.
Okay, I saw the reviews are out.
The reviews came out today. It has a 97 on Metacritic, and I was like pretty excited about it. But then I saw that and I was like,
how many?
45 reviews.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the kind of like universal like stuff where it's like, oh, that's beyond even like, because the woke stuff that accounts for like 70%. You know,
I could get with that.
And then like if you see something that gets like 100, you're like, oh, what's going on over there?
I don't know if that's always true. You gotta look at the user scores too when they come out.
That's true. I don't know. For some reason, it also could just be that's From Software. I trust From Software.
Yeah.
Like also like From Software isn't putting like woke shit. You're not gonna see like fat lesbian,
yeah,
the woke.
They already had their diverse quota with Dark Souls 1 and Ornstein and Smo.
Gay couple.
Yeah. Gay couple. One was fat. You know, one's
it was the couple from Modern Family.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, that's a brilliant point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I can picture their faces on those characters. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ornstein and Smug.
Smug. I don't know what his actual name is, but well, that's cool. Elden Ring looks fantastic. Jumping into that,
I did watch a couple reviews today, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm about it.
It comes out for everything too. I wasn't aware that it was coming out for PS4.
Yeah, yeah. So
it also comes out for Xbox and PS5 too. Not PC, I don't think.
It is on PC. Too.
It is.
Yeah, it's on everything.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm getting it on PS5. That's my copy is pre-ordered.
The Xbox One, I think, is just maybe this. Okay, enlighten me on something.
Yeah.
Our Xbox only comes as one format, right?
What do you mean?
So like the Series X, Series S, and Xbox One, like that's just the same disc, right?
Yeah, for the most part. If you buy it physical, you'll get the Xbox One disc. So Xbox was really fucking smart about it this generation. And in fact, they called it smart delivery. That's their
SMRT.
Yeah, SMRT. Smart delivery. So basically everything, like you put your disc in your Xbox Series X or whatever, or Series S. Well, Series S doesn't have a disc, but whatever.
Series X, sure.
Yeah. And
which actually now I'm just realizing why they only label them as Series X discs.
Yes. Because Series S does not have a disc tray. Yes. But
anyway, so you put it in.
And the Xbox figures out like what is the best version of this game.
Huh.
Just immediately, and that's what it installs.
Okay.
So usually the physical copies, like it'll just be an Xbox One disc, and then it'll download the Series X version if
Yeah.
you're playing on a Series X. But PlayStation is the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the Horizon controversy?
No, I saw that it came out and I saw it was decent.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. But that game has a free upgrade.
Okay.
But so the PS5 version is $70 and the PS4 version is $60.
But it's a free upgrade?
It's a free upgrade. So you can just buy the PS4 version.
Fuck yeah, just buy the PS4 version.
But you can't buy the PS4 version on your PS5.
That's dumb.
It is dumb. And so there's been there's a PlayStation app on your phone,
right,
that has the store,
right,
and you can just get the PS4 version on that, and it's super easy if you're buying digital, or you could go to the store and buy a PS4 disc,
right,
and put it in your PS5. Although then you have to go find the upgrade thing.
Yeah,
you have to go into the PlayStation store, and if you have the disc in, the upgrade will be marked free, and you have to click it and hit download and whatever. But it's a whole fucking process as opposed to the Xbox Smart Delivery,
right,
where you just pop in the disc and it's like, oh, you're playing on a Series X. Don't worry, we got you.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, PlayStation got too big for their britches.
As they do.
Yeah. Right.
This is 2006 Sony.
Right. In about 2028, we'll see Kinect 2, from Microsoft.
Yeah.
It'll flip. So
right.
And then Sony will be coming out with a PS6, and it'll be like you can play PS1 games because who has those anymore?
Right. Well, there's already talk about that. There's rumors of the backwards compatibility coming along. So we've had,
I want to play Scalar on my Xbox Series X.
Hell yeah. Xbox backwards compatibility is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I played Conker's Live and Reloaded the other day,
which is just Conker's Bad Fur Day.
It is, but it's the Xbox remake.
Yeah.
And on Xbox, it was an Xbox One X enhancement, but yeah, Series X is the same. It plays in native 4K.
Huh.
Like the way it up, it's beautiful.
Huh.
It's fucking amazing.
Interesting.
And some games, they added widescreen support and shit.
It's cool.
Yeah. And it just works.
Yeah. Conker's you talking about when they redid it for Rare Replay?
No, Rare Replay was the N64 version.
That actually was Bad Fur Day.
Yes.
Okay.
Live and Reloaded
you're losing me here.
Live and Reloaded was the original Xbox remake.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I remember. I remember.
Yeah. It's the one where
coming back to me.
Conker
now.
has really nice fur effects on his tail.
Yeah.
Remember that?
So. Yeah.
Yeah. It's holds up really well.
Somebody spent a long time and just did the tail.
Yeah.
And then got fired because they only did that.
To the extent where a lot of games still use that effect for fur.
The wave.
Yeah. It's something about the way it's rendered. And it just looks really nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This
is our Digital Foundry episode where we get into the technical nitty gritty.
Yeah.
I like Digital Foundry.
Ray tracing.
Yeah. Bespoke ray tracing implementation. These graphics are a lot of graphics. The new Pascal architecture delivers the most graphics of any graphics card to date.
John Oliver?
It said Richard Ledbetter is the guy who sounds like that.
Oh God!
Except he has. Can I say this might be bad?
Good. Say it.
He has this. I guess it's a speech impediment where he it's like Elmer Fudd. You know what I'm talking? Where the R's sound like W's.
Yeah.
And the Digital Foundry guy has that. It's not it's not Elmer Fudd levels, but it's a little bit where the R's are just a little bit W-y.
Oh yeah.
And it drives me nuts. And it's a shame because he's really like knowledgeable and like all that stuff, but like sometimes I feel like he's seeking out words with the letter R in it. And just saying that. Oh, now we got copyright struck.
Hell yeah. No, what do you mean? That was just me saying that.
Yeah, that was a really good Elmer Fudd impression.
Yeah, see, that's why I held it up here.
And Richard Ledbetter.
That's okay. I mean, not everyone can be perfect like you.
I know. And that's why I try not to judge.
Sucks.
But man, it's sometimes hard because I'm like, man, this is like really good technical, like nitty gritty stuff. It's like really interesting.
Yeah.
But then he's like, this is really technical, nitty gritty stuff. And I'm like,
like you sound like you're 12.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it sounds like you're doing a baby voice, but I know you're not.
Yeah. And any voice that sounds like John Oliver kind of grades me. So
yeah.
John Oliver used to almost be funny.
He's fine. I don't care. Whatever. Yeah, I don't care.
It's not fine. For all the people listening. It's not fine.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, anyways. I got a question and I forgot what I was gonna ask because you started talking about baby talk and shit. And my brain went blank. I know what it was. So here's a genuine question that I have no idea about. What is going on with Nintendo and Amiibos? Are they still a thing? You tell me. This is my Dan Asks Austin segment.
Kind of. Like the latest Metroid game I knew, they released a couple.
Okay.
But like I don't remember.
But like what's the compatibility with them? Do you use them on a Switch?
You can use them on a Switch.
They have a little NFC?
Yes, like basically any Switch controller has the NFC.
What's that? Non-field contact?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
So yeah.
So yeah, they are.
I guess technically, but they're not that big. I don't know. Sometimes there's like weird ones. Like I have a Monster Hunter one.
Okay. They made a Dark Souls one.
They did. That one's hard to find.
I
should have just got that one, but I didn't.
I don't know if I ordered that or not. I have to look at my
because that's kind of cool. The Solaire.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
I have a Shovel Knight, which I think is
so. But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm very out of the game. I got kids.
They're released very few and far between.
Okay, so there's no like series because I know they were coming out with them when they first came out, 2015, 16 or whatever.
Well, so Smash Bros is the one that really drove that because.
Well, that's what they are. They're the trophies from Smash Bros.
Yeah.
You know, you would beat a character or whatever on the story mode, and the thing would drop, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah,
and it would set right at the bottom of the screen.
Right. That's definitely that's the model.
Yeah,
for those. Yeah. But they've released other series. You know, like there are like 5 different Mario ones.
Oh,
there's probably more than that. In fact, I know there's more than that.
I've got a bunch of the first ones, and then I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, right. I also have a bunch of the first ones, and that's about it.
Yeah, you got quite a bit more than I do. I've got enough that it fills.
They're fun.
There's a room at my parents' house that they're on top of the door frame, and that's as many as I got. So it's like 12.
Well, I got 11. You know what? I actually did miss a couple. I wonder if they're still like cheap. That I kind of wanted. I want to get the Castlevania ones. Simon and Richter, because I really like those characters. Richter. I love that game. Rondo of Blood.
It's a good one. It's quite hard.
It is super hard, but I did beat it. As Maria. But whatever.
Yeah,
still counts.
I mean, it's not as good as Symphony of the Night, but
it's a different game. It's Symphony.
I was really hoping you'd be like, well, what do you mean?
No, there are like 2 types of.
I'm trying to provoke you. Oh. I do think that though. I do think Symphony of the Night is a significantly better game.
Oh, sorry. Your opinion is different than me. That makes me angry. That's how the kind of guy I am, right?
Me too. You disagree with my opinion? You're evil.
Clearly,
you know why you're tuning in for us. We're.
I'm a little upset that you thought I would get upset at that.
No, for some reason I thought that you had a strong opinion about Rondo of Blood being better than Symphony of the Night.
No, it's probably my favorite, but they're different. So there's the Rondo of Blood is like the best traditional Castlevania game, like one 2, 3 NES style, and then Symphony of the Night did like the Metroid style, like backtracking and stuff.
Yes. And I like Symphony of the Night, and this is where we differ on stuff. Because I'm not good at games anymore.
I'm less good than I used to be.
Sure. I like the idea, like exploration is more exciting to me than challenge.
Sure.
I don't know that if I don't know that I can play, like I haven't played Sekiro yet, the other From Software game.
I couldn't beat Sekiro.
Well, that's why I can't start it. I just can't. It's why I don't know that I'll play Elden Ring either.
See, I think I'll do better in Elden Ring than I did in Sekiro, because Sekiro is it's like a different style of game.
Mm-hmm.
Like people think it's a Souls game, and in a lot of ways it is, but the combat is so different.
What was the other game that was like that? Ghost of Tsushima?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, Tsushima. I put the wrong fast or something.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima.
That actually might be more accurate. I don't know. Well, actually, Japanese, I don't know what the emphasis rules are. It seems like it's very different.
I assume you just put whatever their version of an exclamation point is at the end of every sentence. It's Tsushima! Yeah.
Attack on Titan!
Well, for that, Attack on Titan has like 3 exclamation points.
Yeah.
That's just how it's stylized.
Yeah.
Whatever. If I'm choosing
Ghost of Tsushima is easier than Sekiro.
If I'm choosing an East Asian culture, I'm probably choosing Japan.
Oh, 100%. There's not even like a debate.
No. What do you mean? North Korea doesn't tickle your fancy?
Yeah, no. Like or South Korea or South Korea maybe second, maybe. But no. Like Japan, if I'm like, all right, you're banished to Asia, like, all right, I'm going to Japan. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only for geographical insolence.
Yeah.
But just like not going to China. You never return.
No, none of that. Yeah, man. I'd learn Japanese, watch anime without the subtitles, like a real fucking weeb.
You think you'd be able to learn Japanese now if you tried to learn Japanese?
I think so.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should learn Japanese. We'll come back to it in a few weeks and we'll see where we're at.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just
want to get like Rosetta Stone or something?
Nope. Just want to try to do it.
Well, yeah. Just
don't want to actually like take a program or do a class or anything like that. Just want to like see if I can fucking watch some YouTube videos and.
Okay.
I feel like I've watched enough subtitled anime that I could get by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I get some like sentence structure and like grammatical shit.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna tell some grandma that she's got a tuna in her pants or something. But
tuna in her pants.
Yeah. Let's get on Nakateki.
Right,
and I'll make sure that I'm doing it in person so I can be really expressive with my hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
tuna in the pants.
Nani?
I don't. Ano is their version of
Oh,
yeah. See?
I'm just gonna say
Yeah. No, I like ano.
No, I'm gonna bastardize the Japanese language just like
ano.
the pigeons bastardize English.
No, I want to take it and just integrate it into my English. Ano.
You'd have to move to Village Gate.
Yeah.
Shots fired. I love Village Gate, but man, I loved it when it was like not cool.
Yeah,
to go there. Now it's become this like eclectic art form. Let's paint some flowers on the wall and weird things.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate every single other culture, but our culture is bad. So I don't understand that.
No, I like our culture.
I do too. Yeah. And you know what? Some cultures are better than others, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to say that too. Hot take.
Oh, dude, ouch. I just burned myself on your hot take.
Like turns out.
Yeah.
I don't like Canada.
Yeah.
Man. You know what's going on up there?
I've heard rumblings
Well,
about the
you're
emergency powers and stuff.
You're also here, so I'm sure
Yeah.
you're hearing.
Although Kimberly did not do any shows this week, so
Oh no, so you're behind.
a little bit.
Oh, good.
It's great. It's actually,
I noticed that you were a little less tense today.
yeah, I got here like 5 minutes before you
You're like,
did. With oranges and beer.
This is great. I don't know what the hell. See, that's what I'm saying. I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. If you're gonna be happy, if you want to lead a happy life, get off social media. Or is the other ones? Get out and take a dog for a walk, or just go for a walk. Be in nature. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Put your damn phone down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I had another one.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, but it's something along those lines.
Yeah.
But definitely get off social media. Oh, stop watching the news. Duh.
Yes.
That's the whole
the big
point.
one.
Yeah. Stop watching the news, get off social media, get outside, take a dog for a walk. Those things.
Yeah.
You'll be significantly happier.
Absolutely.
Or more fulfilled, purpose driven. Yeah. I didn't ask you what you were watching this week, but
Oh. Are you going to?
do you want me to?
Sure.
Okay. What have you been watching this week?
You have to ask. I've been making my way through
Downtown.
those Marvel Netflix shows still. I think I brought those up last week.
Oh yeah, we're less than a week away till Doomsday.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it. Over the past week I finished The Defenders, which is what I was in the middle of.
I hate that picture so much.
And you know what? I don't recommend that show.
It's the dumbest picture.
It's a dumb show. Because mainly I know you're annoyed by Daredevil.
No, I'm just annoyed by this picture. Like, he just looks stupid.
He does look stupid.
Like, just because I have no context to this, so what it looks like is like, I'm blind, so I'm gonna cover my eyes. Like, that way the cast like the audience knows who I am.
Yeah.
Shut up. But no, in context, like you said, it's because he doesn't want his face to be shown.
Yeah.
I get it, and it makes more sense, and I would think it's less dumb watching the show. However, it's still dumb.
Yes. I will say the reason I don't like the show is this side of the picture.
That's what you were saying.
Jessica Jones and Iron Fist. And they get worse and they get more annoying, and I just don't like them.
Why?
And
you have no problem with the black guy?
no, I have no problem with the black guy.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
No, Luke Cage is fine. He's actually
I love the character Luke Cage. I always
Yeah.
thought he was really interesting. I liked his backstory. I remember I had a couple comics of his.
Yeah, hero for hire, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah, he was like not to compare him to Batman, but he was like Batman adjacent.
Yeah, he's very Batman like.
Yeah. Cool. He's cool.
He is cool.
And that's what superheroes should be. They shouldn't be like these driveling weirdos.
You know what the Luke Cage show showed me? The only reason I don't like rap is
Go on.
rap. I don't like the rapping part, but the beats, I'm all about that shit. And like, so the score for Luke Cage was just like those hip hop beats
Oh, sure.
without any rap over it. I'm like, oh, why isn't it just this?
It does seem like, well, and especially nowadays where like anybody can do it. The beats are good, and then they'll take it and it'll just be perverted with crappy words.
Yeah.
Crappy human voice.
Yeah.
I got a car in the garage, going for a drive. Gonna go to the store and catch a couple beehives. Yeah.
Is that little Nas X?
little Yachty.
Lil Yachty.
It's off of Donda 2, actually. Kanye
Okay.
West. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just for Jose.
I do like the Poop to Scoop song.
Whoop, 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 da
Oh,
scoop.
oh, poop to scoop, scooper to poop, poop to scoop. That song is fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus. So anyway, I don't recommend The Defenders. I do recommend. I've finished Daredevil. I watched season 3. And it's good. Is that your car? Nope. You just set off your car. Yeah, it's off. It's not your car.
Is it your car?
My car doesn't have an alarm. I mean, yes, it does. No, it's not my car. Anyway,
Mine off?
yeah, yours is off. Yeah, it's just coming from over there.
God damn.
Okay. Sorry, there's a car alarm.
It's
And
very loud.
it is very loud.
I can hear it over your so the antithesis to Daredevil should have been Truth God.
Truth God?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Truth or Dare.
Probably Truth Angel.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of the I
That
just
seems
watched,
like it was written for like it should have been.
well,
It should have been.
Daredevil himself should be called Batman. Because he fights people using his sonar like super hearing and he's blind.
Yeah, but like Batman.
Like a bat.
Batman like was scared by bats.
Well, he's like a thrill seeker. He's a rich thrill seeker. His name should have been Daredevil.
It's a very salient point.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure somebody has made that comparison before.
Yeah.
But Daredevil season 3, really good. Though there is a character in all 3 seasons who I don't like.
Wokey?
No, just annoying.
Okay.
Just
classically annoying.
Classically annoying. Well, there's this. It's like, you ever watch a CW show?
Yeah.
You know the point.
Smallville was a CW show.
Yes. Let's use Smallville as an example. There's a point in fact, Smallville is perfect.
Allison Mack was a cult leader and she should be in jail for longer than she is.
Yes.
Go on.
But I'm going to talk about the other character, Lana Lang. Do you remember the character Lana Lang?
Yeah, she was also involved in that cult.
Yes. Let's talk about her.
Kristen Crook.
In every season, and like multiple times a season, there would be the "you lied to me."
Yeah.
Moment. You know the one I'm talking about, where like, oh, Clark saved everyone, but you lied. You're a lie. You lied. You weren't where you were supposed to be.
Yeah, you were supposed to bring me.
Why don't you tell me your secret? Yeah. There's a character like that in Daredevil. And the first 2 seasons, she wasn't as bad. And she was still bad. And she still did some bad shit. She's the weakest part of the show. Season 3, it's such a shame because there's so much good about the show. Like, I still recommend the show. The show is still really fucking good. Like, it's just solid crime drama, like, with the mob and like that kind of stuff. It's, very Dark Knight-esque. But like, and then it would like cut to that character and be like, oh, fuck. All right. And I will say, Daredevil season 3, there was one character who is so unintentionally hilarious.
Oh.
I laughed so fucking hard every time. And it was not played for laughs. In fact, it was played like deadly serious.
Huh.
Do you know the character Bullseye?
Yeah.
It was Colin Farrell in the 2005 movie. So that character's fighting style is to throw shit. And so every time that character pops up, like, so the first real big fight with Bullseye is in an office space, and he's just grabbing shit off of desks and like throwing it.
Hell yeah.
And it's supposed to be like, oh, he's like throwing it with like, and he like kills a couple people by like hitting their temple or whatever. But then he's like fighting Daredevil, who's like dodging it, and he's just like throwing staplers and shit. It's something about the way like he's like really focused, like he never looks at like what he's grabbing. It just looks really funny because and it makes me laugh every time because he's just like pencil, stapler.
I was hoping he would like grab one of those snow globes. That's like
he does grab a snow globe. He grabs a snow globe at one point. Yes.
Wish I was in Hawaii or something like stupid.
Except
like that.
he just grabs a snow globe and chucks it,
yes.
and it makes me laugh because it's kind of goofy looking.
See, that makes me think, because that was my initial thought. That makes me think it was intentional, that it was supposed to be kind of goofy.
No, because he just killed like an important character, like a character who has been around like a couple seasons.
Maybe they were trying to do the Marvel humor thing of like,
no, this show never does that. Never.
Huh.
and never quips. There are no quips
Good.
on
No quips.
Daredevil.
I don't like quips.
And no, I'm telling you, it is played 100%. Like the music is like, like it is so like, and like Daredevil himself is getting like all bloodied and shit.
Yeah.
Like clearly like, oh, like he gets like stabbed with the pencils and
Yeah.
shit.
He's having a day.
Right.
Yep.
And like innocent people are getting killed. Like they're, it is played so serious. But then he's like in a church and he's just chucking candles.
Oh man, that was probably for they're probably Advent. Advent.
I don't know. The
Candles.
Catholic,
Jeez.
whatever Catholic church, whatever those like,
Yeah.
candles are for.
I don't know.
But he's just chucking them.
Oh, okay.
And he's like chucking Bibles.
The word of God.
Yeah, it makes me laugh, but it's played super serious.
That's really funny.
And it is good. And Daredevil, I recommend it. If you got time in the next 5 days to watch 3 seasons of Daredevil, go for it.
Yeah, you probably don't. Let me end before we end. Let me talk about one movie that is the juxtaposition of Scooby-Doo. A movie that I think is pretty well critically received, but I just don't like. The Royal Tenenbaums.
I don't like Wes Anderson movies.
See, I do. And I didn't
then
like
again,
this movie.
one of the only ones I've seen is The Royal Tenenbaums.
Have you watched Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I haven't.
Oh my God, you got to watch Fantastic.
I know it's supposed to be good, but I maybe it's because I was coming off The Royal Tenenbaums. So
Have you watched The House yet?
No, not yet. I know I need to.
I don't think that's a Wes Anderson movie, but
it's not.
It
I looked into it.
Could be. It's that weird.
Like it's in my queue. I am gonna watch it. I just haven't got around to it yet.
See, with The House, which is that Netflix live action or not live action, stop motion movie, I was right on the ball on that one because that had just come out like the day before.
Yeah.
And that never happens. I never watch things that are current.
It happens sometimes. I did that with that one show, the what the fuck was it? The Mike Flanagan show, Midnight Mass.
Oh yeah.
I somehow watched that like before like people like started talking about it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what made it catch my eye either, but I just did watch it.
I see Red Letter Media came out with a Mike and Jay talk about Red Rocket.
Yeah.
Have you watched that movie?
No, have you?
No, but I want to. But the problem is the cheapest you can get it to watch it is $12.99.
Yeah, you can wait for a sale.
Yeah. I don't care. And so they didn't rave about it either. And I looked into it and I watched a couple clips of it.
Mm-hmm.
The movie, I'd like to watch it. It looks interesting
Yeah.
enough. And they're pretty positive about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't pay $13 for it. Not to watch it on my own TV.
No.
Not to rent it, I should say.
Yeah, I would buy
something
something for $13.
If there was a Blu-ray of it for $13, I'd buy it for $13.
Sure.
But to rent it for $13, so I think you can rent it from Amazon Prime too, but from the looks of it, it looks like one of the only places you can rent it is Vudu.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to have a Vudu subscription.
Well, Vudu doesn't have
It's just Vudu free.
It's free. You just have to have an account.
I understand now. So that was where it was losing me because it wasn't until later that I realized that you could probably just find it on Amazon Prime. But at first it was only Vudu.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would you have to? Okay. See, I don't have Vudu, so I don't know those things.
Yeah, that's Walmart's streaming service.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
I actually have like 500 movies on my Vudu account. I actually I like the quality of it.
But I think in the next couple of weeks I'll watch Red Rocket. Looks interesting enough. I don't know if it's creepy or not though, in the sense of like it's about a washed-up porn star who returns to his hometown and then like kind of grooms a 17-year-old girl.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's supposed to be like creepy in that.
Yeah, way. That's what I see. But it's not supposed to be like horror creepy.
No,
it's supposed to be more morally gray.
Yeah.
And just kind of like a little off-putting just because
Yeah, it's a character piece.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that. I miss movies like that.
Yeah,
Um,
like I I still stand by. I think my favorite decade for movies is the 70s. I love 70s movies.
Yeah. Well, it's because they're self-contained too.
Yeah.
It just is. And it's not. I'm so sick of this like broad.
The universes.
Yeah, no, I just want a story. I brought up a few months ago the movie El Camino Christmas, which actually came out a couple of years ago. But that's just it's got Tim Allen in it.
Oh, yeah. You did talk
Uh,
about that.
it wasn't super well reviewed. It didn't do super well at the box office. But the movie, it's its own story, and it's got its flaws, but it's its own self-contained thing. And that's it. And it wraps it up at the end.
Hmm.
And there's enough there's enough interesting characters in it that it makes it an enjoyable watch. It's not at all the same, but it reminded me a lot of, in a certain way, of the movie Joyride, which is one of my personal Paul Walker.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And guy from Saving Silverman.
Oh,
Not the main actor. He's one of the friends.
yeah. No, I think I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah,
but
you
I
can
can't-
see him. He's short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't place him though.
Yep,
Like I
yep.
can't place the name.
But anyways, yeah. I miss those types of movies where it starts. There's no flashbacks.
Yeah.
I don't like flashbacks. I don't want any of that. Like it's all present. And then it has a conflict and it resolves the conflict within the same movie.
I don't know if I talked about it. I watched it a couple of weeks ago. Apocalypse Now.
Yep.
Have you seen Apocalypse Now?
Not in a long time.
I just thought it was really funny. I was doing some math on it.
Oh, really funny.
No. Yeah, Apocalypse Now.
It's an
The
interesting
laugh right.
interesting take.
No. It's really funny that movie was a box office hit.
Yeah, I don't know that it would be now.
No, there's no fucking way that movie.
Steve Zahn is that guy's name.
Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about. But Apocalypse Now, like that movie opens with like Martin Sheen naked, like punching a mirror and like bleeding. And apparently that was real. Like he punched that mirror and like his hand was bleeding.
I believe it.
And like just like breaking down and like and like okay, that's the lead of this box office smash hit.
Yeah.
And like it made a ridiculous amount of money. It made like
It's like 600 million or something like that.
in modern money, it would have been 600. But it was like
whatever.
150 million in 1970 something. But for that's ridiculous.
Maybe that's what I saw recently because I remember seeing like the top grossing movies of the 70s, and I think that had to be one of them.
Absolutely, it was huge.
Fairly low budget too, right?
It was supposed to be, and then it wasn't. The making of that movie is super interesting. There's a documentary on it called Hearts of Darkness that is fucking awesome. Because like that movie was just like nuts. Like Dennis Hopper was just doing like lines of cocaine like before every take. With like because like he wasn't doing great, and then Francis Ford Coppola, the director, went up to him and was like, Dennis, like what do you need?
Right.
Let's get this going. He's like, I could really use some cocaine. And Francis was like,
Fuck
fine.
Yeah.
And then
it's the 70s.
Half hour later, Dennis Hopper was doing his scenes.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Anyway, like that an animal dies on screen in that movie.
That's odd.
Like a water buffalo gets decapitated on screen in that movie. And it's fucking nuts. And so which like I'm not saying like that is like a selling point. It's just like the fact that was in like a box office hit.
Yeah.
Like it's like, wow, man, they could just make fucking movies then. Whatever the fuck they wanted.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, like, can you imagine a movie now with like an animal just getting fucking decapitated on screen? And like there's no way that movie would get released.
No,
No
not
chance.
at all. Oh my god, yeah.
Because it's disturbing. And but also that's the point. It's
Right.
supposed to be disturbing. That movie's fucking disturbing. A movie's to descend into madness.
Yeah.
It's just this nightmare cacophony of noise and images. But it's supposed to be.
Well, and I think you can do things to a certain extent to where you're like, I think this is the intention. So you have directors that this is the intention of what this is. However, what people take from it might be totally like you can lead people about 90% of the way, and then the other 10% you just have to give up to the universe.
Yeah.
Like you can make something a certain way, but
Oh,
sometimes they
sure.
aren't regarded.
Like
as
you
such.
talk about like death of the author. Like you can intend whatever you want,
Right.
but the audience will take it however they want.
Right. And I think that's a movie that I think it just Apocalypse Now just happened to work.
Yeah.
And it was at the right time.
Yep.
Because that's a lot of, most movies' success is timing.
Yeah.
And you're going to see that real soon whenever the Avatar.
I was going to say Avatar 2.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
whenever Avatar 2 and then Avatar 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 come out.
Yeah.
Because people are tired of the big box office
CGI.
Yeah.
Well,
and then like people still aren't going to the movie theaters.
Well, they will for the right thing.
Sure.
Spider-Man just broke every domestic box office record.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But the movies, the A-tier movies that are AAA movies that are just good, no one's going to see those.
Yeah, I will see. I mean, we didn't get into it, but Uncharted just came out.
Yeah.
And it made $50 million its opening weekend.
I don't think the average person knows what Uncharted is. I don't think they know that it's a video game.
No, you know who wants to see Uncharted? My dad. There's no way he knows it's a video game movie.
No, you know how I knew that movie had no fucking idea what they were doing? Because they cast Tom Holland as Nathan Drake.
Yeah. But you know what?
And Mark Wahlberg, a guy who's supposed to be as Sully, Sully's supposed to be like in his 60s.
Yeah.
And that's a key part of his character.
Yeah, he's like older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not just that he could be his age was ambiguous. No, it's stated like this is
I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah.
Nathan.
And Mark Wahlberg looked like he put on about 40 pounds of muscle for this movie.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
Yeah. Also kind of Tom Holland, but not really, because he still looks like he's about 15.
Which, though, I do think that was my thought when I first heard the casting, but then you actually, like, he's like 25.
He's 25. Yeah. He looks like he's 15.
He does look like he's 15.
He could have grown some 5 o'clock shadow or something. Maybe
something.
He can't.
That's true. I will say this lustrous beard only really came in the past few years, I think.
Yeah. Well, not everyone's as gifted as the under hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
movie?
Man, I put some conditioner in this today.
You're a weirdo.
Silky smooth.
Speaking of disturbing movies, before we go,
yeah,
the movie 7 still gets me.
Oh, with Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah, it is a great movie, but my God, you got to be in the right headspace to watch that movie.
Yeah. Oh, that David Fincher directed that?
Yep.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, the bladed dildo scene. Bladed strap on. Yeah, fucking that haunts my nightmares.
I saw that guy in a movie the other day. The guy who used the bladed dildo.
Yeah.
You ever see the movie? I think it's called House Guest, no, it's just called The Guest.
Oh, I've heard about it, but no, I haven't watched it.
That guy's in that movie.
Or maybe I did. Yeah, it's like 2014. Yes. Yeah. Really enjoy that movie.
That's a great movie.
That's the other one. That's where the soldier he comes back and my favorite scene is when he befriends the son, like the younger boy, and he goes and just beats the shit out of the bullies.
Yes.
That are bullying
bar?
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kicks the crap out of these kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really exciting scene. And it's really like you're like cheering for, but then that's the major turning point of that movie. We're like, oh,
oh, he's maybe a psycho.
oh no. Because it's within about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, like wow, like good. He's standing up, he's being tough, and he's trying to show the kid to stand up for himself. And then it's like, maybe I shouldn't be cheering for this guy. And
No,
it's like it's like the flip of a switch.
And then like he says a couple things like the next scene, like where he's like, like he's talking to the kid like about being bullied. He's like, oh, you do, you just bring a knife to school and
That's sensible.
Yeah, like what are they gonna do? And it's like, whoa. Yeah, the guest is fun. You know who directed that?
Who's that?
Adam Wingard,
Okay.
director of the Death Note movie.
Yeah.
Which I think has a very similar tone.
Yeah, and I think part of it is that you just can't have directors like that do anything with established IPs.
Yes, it's like I like Rian Johnson movies that aren't Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't know that I like Rian Johnson anymore after the amount of interviews I've seen with him that are just
That is why I never watch interviews for anyone ever.
yeah.
There are a lot of directors who I was like, oh man, and then I watched an interview, I'm like, oh god, you're a pretentious dick.
You probably shop at Wegmans.
Yeah. So yeah, I recommend never watching an interview. Just enjoy movies for what they are.
Yeah, probably don't watch any podcasts either. Just
Yeah,
across the board.
really. Just black out all media except for the stuff you want to watch.
Yeah. Like get your news from the sun god Ra when you're standing outside naked on top of an oak tree.
Yeah.
Put your hands up to the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel that radiation bake your skin.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I do.
Yeah. And that's get all your, you know what? Probably be more mentally stable than, if you watch CNN for 4 hours
Well, yeah.
or 4 minutes.
Yeah. Any of those news anything, any station that
Just the
puts
news.
news on for more than a half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I won't fly anymore because I'd have to sit in an airport.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't be able to have a field of vision that I didn't have a CNN TV.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I'd have to figure out where I could sit. And
There are like corner seats by like windows.
well, I'd be like staring at the ground and somebody would come up to me and be like, well, sir, are you okay? I'd be like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, and then you'd end up in a dark room.
Yeah, I wouldn't make it on my
finger up
flight.
Your ass,
Right.
Because they're like, this guy's actually shitty as fuck.
Yeah. Why is he not looking at the screens?
Yeah,
Why is he not looking?
What's he looking down? Why is his hands in his pockets?
Because my dad told me not to touch anything.
Exactly.
That's what it is. All right. On that note,
Yes, that is a totally good note to end on.
spend your weekly dose of PCP.
Yeah. We the People Podcast Network.com. Subscribe to all the shows. Wow.
Marcus. Turn my headphones on.